is the opening of my live only because I've been wearing these all day. We've had torrential rain. I had to be somewhere at 8:15 this morning. I said, I'm wearing boots. And you know, David, you probably don't remember when I bought these boots a few years ago. You saw them. You don't remember what you said, but I do. You know, we remember everything that you say to us, right?
Pink birds.
No, you said, you're never going to wear those. Well, I've worn them at least twice. Today.
And how many? Since when?
I don't know. I wore them today. I had them on all day. And I wore them a few years ago. Do you remember when they hit a pipe in our basement and the basement flooded and we had to go down?
I remember it very well.
I wore these boots in because I was sweeping. So
welcome those are the
Facebook
2 times.
Live. Now that we got my boots out of the way, I think I posted earlier, it's dropping. We're going to get down to, what's the temperature, David? Going to be 28 tonight? In the 20s. He brought our flowers in. It's low 30s right now, dropping. It is definitely fall. And we have the 4 seasons where I live. So here you go. We have now entered the fall / cold season. And I'm excited about it. It is the season of Thanksgiving. We're going into that with November almost here. I have a hodgepodge of what I'm going to play today. I'm going to play a few things that I played at one of the churches this morning. I'm going to play a little bit from the Redback. I'm going to play some Broadway in anticipation for a program I'm presenting in January. And then I'm not sure what I'll play. We'll wrap it up. I don't know. I'll see where I go, where it leads me. Sometimes one song leads you into the next. My name is Glenda Austin. Thank you for watching, tuning in. Please follow me if you have not, and you'll be notified when I go live, as well as you can see many, many videos. Also, my YouTube channel, Glenda Austin YouTube. Subscribe to that. I love to have people watch those videos. I get comments, I get requests. I'm going to start out with a request that someone asked for a little while ago, not today, but a few days back or a couple weeks maybe, and I've had this requested before. It's not in the Red Book, it's not really in a hymnal, but it's a great Southern Gospel type piece. I think I first heard the Cathedrals sing it. It's called This Old House. But it's fun to play. Ain't gonna need this house no longer, ain't gonna need this house no more. Ain't got time to fix the shingles, ain't got time to fix the floor. Because we're not gonna need our house, this being our house, because we are not gonna need it at all in the next life. That's a fun one. Thank you, Linda, for asking me to play that. I had a lot of fun doing that. I'm gonna go to the Redback hymnal, and this is called The Great Judgment Morning, page 208. you all know this one. I played this a few weeks ago as a video, but I'm doing something a little bit different to it tonight, but you know it, The Love of God. You know what's different about this one? I've changed the time signature. I've changed it from 3/4 to 4/4. Those of you that play an instrument, you know what I'm talking about. And it feels differently, but I like it. Back to 3. Now, if I were playing that for a congregation to sing, I would never, ever change the time signature because that could throw them off. But as an arranger who likes to take something standard and put a twist to it, do an arrangement a different way, oftentimes I experiment with changing the time signature, and just doing that can really put a different sound to it. I like that in 4/4. It's very relaxing, and maybe you do, but it's something to think about. As I said, as an arranger of music and hymns, I like to do things different to switch them up. So that is in the Redback, The Love of God. Another one in the Redback, which was also a request today. At the church I played, the 5th Sunday is Request Sunday, and the congregation just calls out a hymn number, and you know this one, Bringing in the Sheaves, Redback 109. That's a great one to sing, and boy, it really gets you going on that refrain. Another song that I played today, actually for the offertory, and partially because of the rain coming down, and we have needed some rain. And I thought, why not? How about There Shall Be Showers of Blessings? One of the requests that came from the congregation, you all know, and this is requested often, I'm sure in your church as well. Because He lives. can't beat Beethoven, and especially the Joyful, Joyful. You know, the one part I always listen for when I hear it played or I hear somebody sing it is that catch rhythm. Right here. So oftentimes you might hear no. We've got to do what Mr. Beethoven wrote. At least I have to. That's how I was taught. You know, we're a product of our teaching and our upbringing, and I was always taught, do what Mr. Beethoven wrote, get that syncopated rhythm going. But it's kind of tricky sometimes. People are used to hearing it the other way, which sounds okay. But that is how Beethoven wanted it, that little tricky syncopation. I love it. I really love it. It's kind of playful. I think he did it on purpose. Now, I have mentioned, come January 20th, I will be performing a live concert in Joplin, my town, at the beautiful Cornell Performing Arts Center. It's just about a year old, and I did a Christmas concert last year when it was newly opened. Well, I will be back in January playing Broadway favorites. Now, what are the favorites? Well, they're my favorites, I guess you'd say. I am putting my list together, and what I play for you tonight, I don't even know if that will be on the program. I'm just getting my brain going, David, trying to think of all these great Broadway tunes. It's hard.
It is.
And so I want to just do a little bit of Broadway. I did this last week. Everybody liked it. David, I said a little bit of Broadway. Don't go far. There's not that much time left. He comes and goes. Now that you know, he's kind of going upstairs, coming down, going up. But some other great Broadway shows that many of you have seen. was a little eerie.
Yes.
Well, I know you're in there cooking, David. I think everyone heard you, and I hear it cooking right now.
I turned it off.
No, I hear it sizzling.
Yeah, it's cooling down though.
Well,
It should be quiet in about 3 or 4
I think
minutes.
that's my sign. He's wanting me to sign off because he's hungry. But I will sign off, and I want to remind you that music is medicine. Every time I play, I'm telling you, I feel better and better. I like the hymns, I like the Broadway, I like the popular music too, and David, I know you do as well. So thank you for listening. I hope these tunes touched you in some way, and I will be back with some more lives in the near future. Have a wonderful evening.